One day I won't wake up this early. Today's not that day. You can probably hear brewing drinking in the background. But I figured, you know what? Maybe give this vlog thing a shot. There's only going to be so much I can show you because doctor and laws and stuff. But, you know, just what it's really like, because TV doesn't do it justice. So it's currently 5:05 and the gym opens at 5. So I gotta get over there. But, you know, my routine in the morning is pretty much the same. Make sure that guy gets taken outside, gets fed, gets some water, gets a little jog in, and then I go about my day. But he always comes first. Mostly because he's big and I don't want him peeing on my floor. It's a lot of pee. But I'll catch you guys in the gym. Alright guys, so now at the gym, whenever I have to be at work at 7 or before and the gym opens at 5, I'm all about efficiency. So a lot of supersets and not a lot of rest time. So I started out with just basic cable curls. I like using the easy bar attachment because it's less painful on my wrists. And I make sure I go nice and slow on the eccentric or downward part of the movement just so I get a better mind-muscle connection, and it ends up hurting me a lot more. Hurting me in a good way, I should say. And then from here I went straight into just your tricep extensions. Again, try to go explosive on the down and nice and slow and controlled all the way in, trying to keep my upper body nice and stable. 3 sets, 8 to 12 reps apiece. I rested probably about a minute in between each round just to make sure I get my cardiovascular system taxed as well. From there, I went into probably my most loved and hated tricep exercise, bent over cable tricep extensions. These are the most humbling exercise I think that I do. It's not a lot of weight, to be honest with you, but you can probably tell by my face, it's still heavy. This exercise lets me get my elbows up, my elbows stationary, my chest and my back stationary, and you can see I struggled pretty hard in that last rep there. And then from there, just supersetting with a plate hammer raise. You'll notice that my thumbs are on the outside of the plate and not wrapped around, and my fingers aren't actually inside the plate grips there. Helps me focus on my forearms as well as my brachioradialis, kind of give the part of the arm underneath the bicep, the muscle underneath the bicep, a little bit of a pump. These become very, very heavy very, very quickly. You can see my face is struggling. I actually had to do a rest pause set here because I couldn't quite get all my reps in, but down and right back up to finish the set. And then we'll finally move on to my last exercise here. Just some seated palms facing forward bicep curls. I like doing it seated because it keeps my upper body stationary. I am jerking just a little bit, but not nearly enough to get the weight up. So it's just a light weight at the end, just until I can't possibly do any more. And now I am exhausted. Guys, I'm back from the gym, but I thought I'd share with you that on ICU call days, we're actually not allowed to leave the ICU. Always going to be residents on the floor in case something bad happens. So we usually get our food delivered to us from the cafeteria. Not like the real cafeteria, but the patient cafeteria. And I'll be honest, it's not the best quality of food, so I bring my own stuff. So I was going to show you what I bring. So I do this every day, but into the cool bag goes a couple Factor 75 meals. I like them because they are ready to go. I don't have to actually prepare them, and they're, reasonably healthy, and, I save a lot of time. Just chicken and sweet potatoes, like the meathead that I am. Some protein pancakes, apple, and I have a protein shake in my backpack. So that's the food for the day. Comes out to about 24-ish, 100 calories. Macros are where I need them to be, but yeah, that's about it. What do I have today? Cheesesteak and turkey poblano. Let's go. One more thing. You'll notice that I was wildly devoid of caffeine because it's going to be a long day. There are machines in every unit that provide terrible coffee. That being said, terrible coffee is always better than no coffee. So, kind of tastes like, I don't know, hot water somebody dipped a coffee bean into. But, you get what you can get. Beggars can't be choosers at this point, huh? What? Dog's whining. What's up, dude? What? What? Hey, Bubba. Hi. Hi. Okay, hopefully he feels better now. One thing I forgot before I leave, Bruin always gets a bone because, So I gotta go, dude, but maybe this will soften the blow. Love you, buddy. Now it's time for rounds. I know a lot of people are afraid of rounds, especially on the non-medicine side. But they're actually not that bad. We have a big team. We have our residents, our fellow, our attending, but we also have a dietitian, our pharmacist. We're always rounding with the nursing staff. We're always rounding with the RTs, our respiratory therapists. So we can always learn something from somebody, whether it's the attending or the fellow coming over with a pearl, or asking questions about something, or we can have the RTs talking about something, nursing staff talking about something. Our pharmacists teach us a lot. Our ICU pharmacists are really smart. It's kind of terrifying, but it's a good time to learn. It's a good time to interact with different members of the medical team. Even if you don't see them all the time, but it's also a good time for a couple smiles here and there. I think I ran into one of my friends on a consulting service, and we were just exchanging stories about the hospital, and it can be a good time. It's not all doom and gloom all the time. It's not all terror. While it is aggressive and accurate patient care, there's no reason you can't have a good time doing it. Apparently I'm listening very intently to a story that I guess took me by surprise there. So but it's sometimes it lasts longer than I would like, 4 or more hours, but not always. Sometimes it's just like 2 hours, maybe 3. So it's really not so bad. You get active patient care plans going, and it's really helpful to have everybody in the same place at the same time, especially at the patient's bedside. That being said, sometimes when the other teams are presenting, might get a little stale, but I can do some work and put in some orders if I have to. So what is indeed a little unfortunate is I can't show you what's going on at the bedside, talking to families, doing procedures. Legal reasons, can't do it. But what I can show you is a lot of what happens behind the scenes. At this stage, the non-call teams have signed out to me. I have all of their patients. At this point, I'm either putting in orders, or I'm checking up on labs that need to be checked up on. I'm checking up on consulting service recommendations that didn't verbally give us recommendations, so I have to check the charts. And apparently I have to eat an apple this quickly if I want to actually finish it at any point during the day. I'm going to do a quick lap and just lay eyes on the newest one. I'll be right back.
I'll go with you. We can go.
Finish your thoughts.
Well, that's okay. I
You
mean,
sure?
yeah, I'd rather kind of get the other one, HMP, going too.
Okay. All right.
And we can maybe order dinner after that.
Sounds like a good idea. All right. So we got dinner, and then more of the same. It's quite a bit later now. It's 10:45. My thought process is actually still quite clear, but I think I'm shaking my head at how heavy my eyelids are. There's a reason we train so hard in medical school and in residency. You always fall to the level of your training. So I fall to exactly the level I need to be at to properly care for my patients. All right, it is 11:45. I am walking home and I'm jerking the camera. I am sorry. It was a tough day. A lot of really sick people. A lot of cars coming for some reason. A lot of sick people. Not a lot of new patients, but a lot of sick patients. It's always tough with the sick patients, and nights like these, your brain just turns into soup. So I'm gonna get upstairs, and I'll talk to you from upstairs. Hey, buddy. Hey, bud. Hey. What? What? Oh, hey, buddy. Hi. I know. Hi, Bubba. Oh, I know. I'm home. Hey. I know, dude. I know. Oh, I know. Hey. Hey. Oh, Hey, dude. Can't be that ticked off. Frustrated and mad. You get a face full of dog tongue. His tail's beating the snot out of the wall. It's pretty nice. Alright, now he wants more pets. Hey, Roomba. Hey, Bruin. Is that the good stuff? That's the good stuff. Alright, guys, it's 11:50. I just got home. Pet the dog, obviously, like anybody should. I'm really disappointed that I couldn't show you more about what the day was like. You saw a lot of things that were just, me in front of the computer and typing, and what you really lose out is on the discussion about patients with the team, which sometimes can be good and sometimes can be exhausting. And you also miss the direct patient care. We put in a lot of lines, we put in a lot of tubes, we did a lot of stuff. We did a lot of stuff with some really sick people. It's the ICU, so it is the intensive care unit, and it is intense. And every 4 days, you have days like this. For me, anyway. Other programs is a little bit different. So I started the day at work about 6:30. Finished about 11:30. It's a long day. And I'll do it again on Tuesday. But in the meantime, I'm tired. I'm very tired. So I'm going to get as much sleep as I can. We'll do it again tomorrow. But not as late though. So it's my first attempt at a day in the life of a medicine resident. So if you guys stuck it this far, thanks for watching, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'll see you next time.